saw record revenue during its fiscal second quarter. Joining me now is Sanjay Dhawan, the CEO, president of Cerence, Inc. Thank you for being with us. Tell us more about the earnings report and the future here going forward for the company.
Sure. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you for inviting me. We announced our fiscal Q2 earnings a couple of days back, and we basically announced record earnings, which was $98.7 million in the quarter, in the January, February, March quarter, which was basically a 14% increase from the previous year. What was also very interesting in our announcements was our earnings in terms of our EBITDA margin increased as well. We announced EBITDA margin at 40%, which was also a great progress from last year, which was about 33.8%. And earnings per share also increased dramatically from 44 cents to 69 cents, which was about 57% increase. So we're very, very happy with the overall results.
Tell me about the guidance going forward, which I know you raised full year guidance. I know you're helping to transform this digital experience inside our cars and trucks. So what's going to drive this all? What is it specifically that gave you the ability to raise this guidance for the full year? What's going right?
So basically, the voice, we are in a conversational AI space. So we provide the AI platform that goes inside the car and basically enables the drivers and the passengers to communicate with the car using voice. This technology, has great kind of penetration that's increasing dramatically, and the reason is because it's nice to have conversational AI, in your speaker or on your phone. We all use Alexa and Google and other products basically in the television, in your remotes and all that stuff. But the place where it makes the most sense to have a voice-based interaction is when you are driving. At that time, your hands are supposed to be on the steering wheel, eyes on the road. Anytime you're fiddling with your knobs or buttons, or you're touching apps in the screen, you are basically being distracted. So voice becomes the natural way of conversation. And this technology the penetration is increasing, and that is basically the reason why companies like ours is showing good results. We increased our yearly guidance. Previously, we had guided our investors that we'll be somewhere in the $360 to $380 million for the whole year, fiscal 21 of Cerence. And we have increased that guidance to $380 to $390 million. We also gave the guidance for our Q3, basically, which was between 94 to 97 million, which is going to be a 25 to 29% increase from last year.
I wanted to ask you about what is the really cool part of this? I mean, when we think of AI, or we go right to EVs, right, and we think of Tesla and NIO and all that. In the meantime, you're doing AI, you're working with other companies, AI and smart glasses to elevate the two-wheeler experience. I mean, what is the coolest part about what's going on here? And is there anything in your way, such as the chip shortage, that's occurring?
So, what's cool about this whole technology basically is that, the voice interactions are becoming very natural. So you don't have to remember any commands. You just speak in a very natural way, and we support 70 different languages, and our systems basically will interpret what you are trying to do and then go and work with the rest of the car or the two-wheeler to basically, bring that, do the function that you want to perform. So that's the thing that's extremely cool. We announced two-wheelers as a couple of two-wheeler customers as well in this earnings. And what's cool about that is that's increasing our market penetration, our market scope even further beyond auto into an adjacency, which is two-wheelers. About 60 to 80 million two-wheeler devices get shipped every year. And safety and distraction is even more important on two-wheelers, when you're driving a scooter or a motorcycle or something like that. And using our voice AI technology, not only you can kind of do your functions on your phone, etc., but you can also communicate with other group riders. For example, you're going with a bunch of friends and you want to send a message to each other while you are driving. You can basically do that all with voice and kind of say, hey, let's stop at this lunch spot and gather up there. So these sort of functions become all available through kind of voice AI and the cloud services that we provide.